Jai Shri Ram, text completion. Let's look at this one. Let's look at the words below. Misinformed about. Disenfranchised. That means stripped of the right to vote. To enfranchise means to confer the right to vote. Confer, C-O-N-F-E-R, confer a title, confer a right, confer a privilege. That means give something intangible, right? So it is not some object being given. No, confer is used to mean, confer means to give, bestow. Okay. Disenfranchise, that means strip a person of the right to vote or stand in an election. That means he is no longer a citizen. Okay. In a loose sense, disenfranchised would mean be deprived of all rights and being treated very shabbily, or being alienated. So remember, a word can have any number of literal meanings and any number of implied meanings. Smitten with. Now, smite literally means hit hard and with some sharp object. So, smite. Smite can also simply mean hit. Smite, smote, smitten. The old man smote the robber with his walking stick. That means walking stick, so quoted. Okay, so smite, smote, smitten is an irregular verb. Smite also, in an implied sense, means fall in love, foolishly in love, infatuated, be infatuated, fall head over heels. If you are smitten, that means you are in love with someone, and the word carries a negative meaning. It means that you have lost your mind and you have fallen in love. You see, we always say falling in love. Have you ever heard somebody saying he is rising in love? That's not possible. So you will always fall in love. So be careful. So smitten with means being enamored by. It could be, suppose you are smitten with a fascination for a particular type of technology. You can say he was smitten with the advertisement or whatever. I think you've understood the word smitten now. No less incendiary. Incendiary, one meaning, literal meaning is a bomb, an explosive, petard, P-E-T-A-R-D. Incendiary speech, that's an adjective. An incendiary speech is very provocative. A demagogue, a rabble-rouser, false leader is likely to deliver incendiary speeches which will provoke people into doing riots. So that is incendiary, provocative. No less incendiary amongst the populace. No less incendiary among the populace. Populace means the population, than many other hot button issues of the day. That means this is equally provocative. Fracking or hydraulic fracturing of the earth's surface to acquire gas, a practice that mostly takes place in remote parts of the country, has been curiously absent from the national dialogue come election time. Perhaps because voters are typically dash environmental problems that do not occur in their own backyards, so to speak. Well, I think the answer is obvious if you have read it carefully and if you have understood the sentence. Take a pause and work on it. The answer obviously is they are unmoved by environmental problems that do not occur in their own backyards. So people are like that, very selfish, egocentric. Egocentric means extremely selfish. So if there is something happening in their backyard, they will be worked up. Otherwise, they won't be. Okay, let's go to the next one. Repelled. Opposite is attracted. So repel means to be put off. To be put off. Something that disgusts you will repel you. Exasperated, irritated, annoyed. Okay, blank 2. Intimidating, threatening. Blank 2. Plainly diabolical. Diabolical, like a devil, Satan, evil. Nefarious, nefandous, sinister. Nefarious, nefandous, nefandous, sinister, sinister, evil. Blank 3. To snuff out, to completely exterminate, extirpate, blot out, annihilate, destroy. Okay. In music, we are oddly dashed by mediocrity. Mediocrity means being average. Genius, on the other hand, we see as something dash that we must ultimately dash. So far, no clues. Paganini, the 19th century violinist, who on one string could play what other violinists only dream of playing on a standard violin. Wow. Was believed to be in cahoots with Mephistopheles. Now, please underline in cahoots with. It's a phrase with a negative meaning. In cahoots with is synonymous with another phrase, hand in glove with criminals. Hand in glove. That means collusion. COLLUDE. Collude is the verb. Collusion. COLLUSION. Connive. CONNIVE. Connivance. So, joining hands with someone in some criminal or negative activity. So, in cahoots with means they are all working together. Usually used in a negative context. So, in cahoots with is a negative phrase to indicate that somebody is ganging up with a criminal or a gangster or somebody crooked. So, was believed to be in cahoots with Mephistopheles. Okay, Mephistopheles is a name of the devil, Satan. I think I remember reading Dr. Faustus, Shakespeare's contemporary Cromwell. Shakespeare's contemporary. So Christopher Marlowe, who was a contemporary and influenced William Shakespeare. So Mephistopheles, Mephisto means devil, demon. Short form is Mephisto. Hey, Mephisto. So he was believed to be in cahoots with the Mephistopheles. Indeed, many thought the violinist to be the devil himself. That Paganini in his time was persecuted. Persecute means to punish or harass unnecessarily. Like, for example, Hindus were persecuted during the rule of the Mughals. That Paganini in his time was persecuted more than he was celebrated. It is hardly surprising. Now, just take a minute. That means during his time, that means when he was alive, he was harassed and persecuted. More persecuted than honored. Okay, that's a good one, isn't it? So I think the first blank should be comforted. We are not only comforted by mediocrity. That means we are happy. Okay. Second blank should be plainly diabolical. We are talking about the devil. We see as something plainly diabolical. If it is diabolical, it's devilish. That we must ultimately snuff out. Right? I think it has to be snuff out. So that is how it is. That is why he was being persecuted. So they were trying to snuff him out, wipe him out. Namo nishan mita dena. And he is believed to be like the devil. How can somebody, on a single string he is doing what others cannot do on a proper violin? So this fellow is the devil. And he is genius. Obviously, geniuses are always like that. So we hate geniuses. That's what the overall sentence is trying to say. Genius is usually a person who doesn't toe the line. TOE, the line. Toe the line means to follow. Be a conformist. Geniuses are by nature non-conformists. And many societies don't like non-conformists, right? And in some societies, non-conformists will be killed. They will be publicly tortured to death. Anyway, I think you understood. Tough one, good one. Jai Shri Ram.